Hi Libra, this is your tarot reading for the month of February 2020. Say hi to Nap too. Before I get into the cards, whether they're tarot or oracle, what I'm picking up from Spirit is a lot of finding liberation and integrity and the hidden talents that are you. Your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, your inner emotional security. And learning how to shape shift into that, discovering who and what that is within relationships and the outer community without losing yourself. But you're definitely going to be dealing with some heart chakra and throat chakra. Learning how to take action and speaking it from the higher perspective and how to deliver that by journeying into a bigger depth of you than maybe you're used to. Because what I'm getting is overcoming some heart chakra issues that deal with grief, sorrow, shame, blame. Let me double check something in my notes here. Trusting your intuition versus reason. Because it's coming right down on an actual Libra situation where you're trying to balance and trying to create harmony, or maybe it's not meant to be. You're trying to reason it out, but you need to listen to your higher self, your higher intuition, your higher knowing, and trust that self-judgment, because you're learning how to heal the heart chakra through that inner communication from soul to self, which strengthens your inner emotional security, your integrity, liberation of self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, the investment of putting the investment into you, not into the larger groups. Maybe it's putting yourself first, the investment into you and your own inner emotional security, your own truths. But it's definitely not putting yourself on the back burner. Maybe it's balancing it, making sure that you're not being put on hold. Realizing what your dreams are, your goals. And then if the relationships and outer community in your life are what you truly desire to continue to have. But this is going to have everything to do with your own inner communication from your own subconscious becoming conscious. Some hidden self-deceptions that's caused you to put yourself on that back burner, where you're learning to stop doing that. Across the board for everybody, I'm getting like the lower three chakras, the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus, which is our confidence, how we feel about ourselves, coming into our power, feeling safety and secure within who and what we are, and building that platform back, strengthening the cracks. But I feel like a lot of this is a heavy heart, where you've gotten really good at doing the right thing for everybody else, but not necessarily for yourself. You have a reputation for it. But, hold on. Yeah, you pick it apart. Detail-oriented, trying to analyze it all. Put it in its own perfect little houses. And that's actually going against you. It's time to invest in you. Is there anything else? Getting past your insecurities or where you may feel powerless. Because I think what this is where you've allowed burdens and overwhelmed energy to push you into belief that things need to be a specific way, but that's not necessarily really the truth. It's a false judgment that you've allowed yourself to believe was more acceptable than what really truly is healthy for you. And it's coming into a time of starting to acknowledge that. Yeah, it's a lot of heart chakra healing, but it is coming from the lower chakras and new foundations being strengthened, realigned, but ultimately going all the way up to the heart chakra and how it's communicating with you to keep them all aligned in healthy ways. It's a transformation. Is there anything else? I get you focus more on the humanitarian interests than on your own self-realization. And there's nothing wrong with doing that except for when that's what you put first. And this is about self-realization. And then, after you've given yourself that tender, loving care, how do we then move into that humanitarian? And how do you gain and grow from there? Anything else? Don't give up on your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. Don't put them to the side because of what larger groups or people may think. Because if they don't support you and what your true dreams, goals, and ambitions are, then they're the wrong people to have in your life anyway. Let's see. Thothis seems to be talking for everybody this round. Tell me what the platform is for February for Libra. What is the platform for Libra for the month of February? The surrounding platform for Libra. I'm just getting a lot of higher self is trying to communicate with you and tell you what you need to know. Knight of Wands, Leo, fire. Sudden shifts of action, like I was saying. Morals, standards, goals. The first thing to come out. Success, opportunities. This is the Six of Discs, which is the Six of Pentacles. So this is definitely a building block. Material success. What it takes in order for things to move forward was for you to put your own fire, your own passion, your own action into what you want, not what everybody else wants. This is definitely opportunities for a new adventure, financial prosperity, but it's a commitment, a grounded commitment to the self right now. And Spirit saying, getting past some of your self-deceptions. I mean, this is actually beautiful energy. This is a healing energy. This can bring you to the wish card. Like I said, this is learning how to not be balanced for everybody else first, but to balance for yourself first so that you can then take a healthy stand forward, putting success into yourself, putting success into your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, finances, building blocks, material success, adventure, opportunities, you know, the prosperity, the communication, putting what it takes, the passion, the fire, the action into the self, and the self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, into the heart. What the heart is trying to tell you, the heart is trying to tell you where the soul needs you to listen. We have a lot, I just feel like I'm being drawn to say this. There's a lot of times we get confused. We listen to the head, not the heart, and we think we're listening to the heart because the head's talking. And the head is telling us what is best for us or best for the situation. But that's logical information. It's not really what the heart or the soul is saying. And this is saying connect with the truth of the heart. Because that ultimately is going to get you back to your wish card. To the fulfillment. It could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Could be a Leo that's helping lead you into your passion, your fire, your morals, your standards, your goals. The sudden swift of action, your fire. Like I said, your passion, your action. Mars energy, sacral chakra, how you feel about yourself, your confidence. But this is all about putting confidence into you and what it is you want. And believing in yourself to go get it. Very beautiful energy. Anything else? Yeah, I knew there was a reason I felt like saying it. This is the Knight of Swords. Head over heart. This could be the confusion of wanting to listen to the head. More comfortable with what the head has to say than what the emotional truths are. You could be overthinking it, and the overthinking it is actually making you move forward instead of going you see how they're going separate directions, or in fact, this is how they would have come up. You're running in your emotions maybe to the thinking, but then the thinking is what's going out, not the emotions. And the emotions is not always, you should not let your emotions rule you. But the heart tells you the truth. And it is more connected to the emotions. So it makes you deal with truth. Where logically thinking, you can take yourself away from the heart and away from what the soul desires, away from your depths, away from your aspirations, your needs, your goals, your dreams, which will ultimately make you run in a circle and take you even longer to get to that wish card. Away from that success. This is about coming into a good alignment, a good balance, a good spiritual truth, and listening to your own inner spirituality of what that soul is telling you will fulfill you. Instead of going, well, let me try to make sure that everything is right for everybody. No. You need to worry about you first. And then where that works with everybody else. And maybe it's not meant to work with everybody else. Is there anybody else? I was trying to avoid this one, but it's the one who keeps coming up. I keep getting past life deck for you. Which just means typically there's something in here that they're not going to get me to say unless I use this deck. Platform. What is the platform for Libra for the month of February? What is that surrounding energy going on with Libra for the month of February? Okay, we don't use places because that's more one person. Yeah, this is getting right with yourself. This is your inner shaman, your inner medicine man or woman. This is connecting with what the soul needs and learning how to listen to that spiritual truth from within. I'm being told you need to listen now too. And this has to do with karmic relationships. So this is either putting healing on the karmic relationship or bringing an end to the karmic relationship so that healing for you specifically can be made in one form. So like I said, it could be about you needing to move away from a karmic relationship. This is, when I get galactic, I get this more of a starseed energy. But I get this even more of, remember, we're more than just from here. We're more than just right now. This could be karmic, like it said, past lives. You could be dealing with a twin flame. You could be dealing with a soulmate. Could be dealing with just karmic relationship. But this is something that's gone on more than just this lifetime. This is something that also reminds you that this is more than just this lifetime. This is getting back to the truth of you. And part of that karmic relationship is about you finding that true you. And without getting right with self, you're not going to get that healing, period. So it's actually, something about that is meant to be helpful for you. Again, I have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming up, but this could be Leo. This is Leo and Mars. It's 7 of Valor. I mean, what was I talking about? This is, you know, pick a side. You've got to choose to stand for you. You've got to choose to stand for you, stand for something, or you fall for anything. This is taking valor and your own soulful truth and where it is you want to see it go. And this may be speaking of the past or speaking to someone from the past, you know, because you need to speak that truth. This may be releasing grief, sorrow, shame, or blame, because that's what's coming up. Something that you're holding on to from that past relationship, which might be keeping you from moving forward, or at least speaking the truth to yourself about it. But this is finding valor within yourself and taking action. Again, it's the very same thing, because they didn't even let me move to the next question before that popped out. Okay, what is going on in up close and personal relationships? Up close and personal relationships for Libra for the month of February. What are your up close and personal relationships? That could be your marriages, it could be your spouses, but it could be loved ones, but it could be your parents, it could be, you know, your children, working environments, anything you care about, you have a relationship with. Well, this is up close and personal, so it's the very personal relationships to you. You have the Hanged Man coming out. There's something here for you to learn. This is a moment of stillness, not necessarily a moment to move forward. It's definitely not a time for a new relationship. This is a time for focusing on you. And really paying attention if you are in relationships, really if they're what you want. It is the foundation, fountain of wisdom, the Hangman is. It's the Mem in Hebrew. And that would be the inner waters. There's the higher waters and there's the lower waters. There's the ego waters and the egotistical waters, which is the third dimensional, and then there's the higher waters, which is the higher dimensional. And this is asking you to really pay attention to what waters you've been swimming through. This is why it's the fountain of wisdom. It's asking you for reproduction. It's asking you for the soul's journey. It's asking you to rise into your own self-consciousness, into your truth. It's the fountain of the mem. It's the fountain of the waters. Are you swimming? And the egotistical reputation is what I just heard. The egotistical reputation and the ceremonies of what you've always known life to be, or are you swimming in the higher waters that are bringing you closer to your higher self and your soul and the desires of what it is? Being you, learning how to be you, and enjoying that. Because what's coming with this is definitely good energy, is the Ace of Swords. So there's a new clarity coming in if you're taking the time to truly discover yourself and what relationships you want in this up close and personal life. This is a brand new shifting. Like I said, I just keep getting reputation for you for whatever reason. This is maybe shifting the reputation into what you truly want it to be. Maybe moving away from the reputation of what you didn't. I just got travel too for some of you. But this is definitely about clarity, following your journey and discovering what it is that's really, truly is important to you. And if these people are truly what's meant to be in your life. Because I am under up close and personal. Up close and personal relationships. Up close and personal. Oh, no, it's that card. Yeah. Yeah, up close and personal, because the next thing that comes out is the Hermit. And I kind of find the Hermit and the Hangman to be a little bit of the same. They go inward and they're figuring out what is best for them. What is the soul trying to teach them? Where is the true enlightenment of things and getting the true clarity? But what's coming up out of that, what flipped out, is what's actually been going on, is the Devil. The Devil and the Knight of Cups. So there's been insecure immaturity. There's been misleading information, or you've been misled into believing something. The Devil could be also our own self-deception, our self-sabotage, and our self-sacrifices, where we've talked ourselves into believing we need to do something, or that what's right for us is not really what's right for us. Or it could be going down the passionate road of something that we know really we're gonna act on those actions, but we know deep down it's not healthy for us. In one form or another, we're doing something that's not healthy. But what's coming with this is you've been sitting in your emotions, insecure, immature, emotional waters, misleading yourself, or you've been misled by the idea in one form. The idea of somebody that's charming, that's coming but won't stay long. The idea that it's not very mature. You're not holding on to a maturity here. You're holding on to an insecurity here. You're holding on to something that's actually going against you, instead of, taking the Hermit and the Hanged Man and giving yourself to get that clarity and truthfully go in the right direction. This is asking you to stop doing what you've been doing, working against yourself, because in some way you've been working against yourself, and this person has been giving you misguided information, whether that's you or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in some form, because I always just connect with the waters with the water. This is needing reassurance. And because of the needing reassurance, is keeping you believing the negative thoughts instead of really truly being able to go after the valor, after the healing of the karmic relationship, after getting true to your medicine man. This is keeping you from your wish card, is what this is really coming down to. Listen, because Spirit's telling me put this one back up. Listen to your inner soul. Your inner soul knows already what needs to happen in these relationships and what truly is good and right for you versus what is not. Is there anything here in up close and personal? And for some of you, this has to do with your daily routines and the groups of people that are in your daily routines. For some of you, up close and personal is leaving and traveling. And I said I was being told travel. So some of you, there's some place you need to go. There's something that you need to take care of and you already know it. And for some of you, it's time to pack your bags, cut your cords, and it's done. And you already know that. But it really depends on if you are allowing that devil and that misleading information to keep leading you down the wrong road. You're being given the right road to take. Will you have the courage to take it? All right, tell me about ambitions, goals, dreams. Ambitions, goals, dreams, even finances. Ambitions, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you can spend this in your favor, definitely. You have the opportunity, like I said, for that wish card. But are you allowing your emotional adolescence to lead you the wrong way? Because this is the Prince of Cups. This is adolescent emotions. This is just acting off the emotions, but not really necessarily getting the truth, not getting to the depth of it, the true facts. And are the true facts what's going to actually spin this Wheel of Fortune? Or are you going to spin the Wheel of Fortune and maybe you've done it the wrong way? Like I said, you've been holding on to the devil for whatever reason that's been giving you some self-deception. The Emperor, there's a very dominating energy here. Whether it is an Aries, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, because I consider the Emperor to be any of the horn signs, but it technically is an Aries. This is also passion, action, aggression. It's the sacral chakra, it's Mars energy. But it also speaks to us of an important status, stability, speak, thought, action. It is a dominating power over someone. So are you coming into your Emperor energy and going to go after what you desire? Or are you is the Emperor pushing you around? Again, there's that dragon, there's that devil energy in one form. The Emperor could be very good for you, but it has to do with power of will. If you don't have your own power of will, who does? Because, that's why I was going that way, because what I'm getting is the rune, which is, destructive power. Because fear of what the heart is trying to tell you, the heart knows and needs. But the thinking is overthinking it and actually leading that Emperor in you possibly down the wrong road. So they're giving you everything you need to know to turn it around. Lust. This is the hidden within. This is also another, speaking of the Leo card, the serpent. This is also justice and conception. It is the womb. What are you birthing? What are you birthing? Are you rebirthing the ruin and the Emperor to lead you astray purely off of You know, lust can be seen as in the idea of the devil card, going after what doesn't necessarily soulfully give you, you know, good, healthy energy. But this is also about birthing something. This is the hidden energies from within. So this can really truly go either way. And it just depends on where you are on your path and how you're allowing these two to go. Are you allowing this Emperor to shut this rune down? To shut down that bad thinking, to shut down that negative way of viewing things that's actually been self-destructive? And are you taking over and putting your passion towards what you want, or are you allowing that devil to become your emperor and continue to rule and send you down a lustful road that is actually not good for you? And only you know really where that truth is. Because this is your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. It can be dealing with finances, but like I said, now that I'm getting the 8 of Pentacles, this is worry. You've got to get out of your head. You have got to get out of your head. You've got to get your integrity right and get your heart chakra, communicating. You've got to know when your heart chakra is speaking versus when your mind is trying to mislead it. Sometimes we need to tell our head to shut up, and now you need to listen to what I soulfully need. And, this is making things worse by being in your head. Overwhelmed, burdened energy.